Education. Quite a known, or rather generic topic of discussion, from political meetings to family dinner, global conferences to a coffee table, and where not. But there is a reason it comes up again and again. It is vital for an individual chasing a promising future, or a family trying to realize their dreams through their children, or even for a government aspiring for nation's boosted economic growth. Yet the question remains, where does the world stand today? After the years of efforts and discussions on a multitude of occasions, is every individual getting the basic quality education to feel liberated? If the answer is not a definite yes, then we need to think different. In this video, first we will do a crisp analysis of the successful education systems across the globe, and then find out what works best in improving the education systems globally. And finally, how can we make it work in any country, irrespective of the culture, technology, or class size? Here we see the global school rankings based on performance of students in reading, maths, and science. While Finland, Canada, Australia, and primarily Asian countries rule this arena with their diverse education models, India hardly stands out. A peek at the two of the top models of education in the world, South Korea and Finland, shows that although they happen to be two ends of a spectrum, yet they are equally successful. South Korean model follows an exam and grades-oriented model, with a stringent curriculum and year-round studying. There is high level of competition among the kids, and the core mantra is work hard to get smart. With its totally contrasting features, the Finnish model is based on learning outside the classroom. With a very low-stress educational environment, it has a highly flexible curriculum where the difference between the weakest and the strongest students is the smallest in the world. A similar pattern can be found when we compare the European with the Asian models. Ain't you curious to know what is the common factor between these different educational philosophies? The one-word answer to this is teachers. While in Finland teachers are selected from the top 10% of the graduates, South Korea boasts of its highly paid teachers. Even Singapore, which is another leading educational model, accepts 1 in 8 applicants, with its teachers from the top 30% of the academic cohort. The reality is that only an elevated status of the educators in the country can ensure that the student has a good shot at getting the same quality education, no matter whether he or she lives in a rural village or a university town. In India, 97% kids are going to school, but there are several instances where an 8th grader cannot read a grade 2 book. This points out that the real issue to deal with is not just getting more students under the umbrella of schools, but to cater to the kids who are in school but are disengaged from it, do not enjoy it, or are not deriving benefit from it. In an era of amazing technological advancement, we are not confined to schools and colleges for providing mentorship. What if every individual in a country of 1.27 billion could be a teacher in some field? We need to involve parents, senior citizens, housewives, and empower them to be an expert in their domain. And only then our nation would have an abundance of qualified teachers. Isn't there a need to have a stringent selection criteria for teachers and not students? There needs to be a paradigm shift of the responsibility from students to be smart and competitive, to parents and teachers to be more competent and capable of teaching them. A major overhaul in the education system is a need where finding a right school, college, or university should not really remain a concern.